nasi lemak pizza. Yes, it tastes as bad as it sounds. That's what happens when you try to combine things which should be left alone. But every once in a while, that leap of faith pays off and you end up with this. It's called a Sportback. You would describe this as a handsome looking car. And you're not wrong. In fact, it kind of reminds me of Brad Pitt or James Lai, at least during his 999 days. Even I start to feel more attractive driving this. This car combines the comfort of a sedan, the practicality of an estate, and the styling of a coupe. So basically, cooks like your mom, looks like your secondary school sweetheart, and doesn't question you when you come home late. Now, such a woman doesn't exist, but such a car. It has 4 doors and 5 or maybe 4.5 seats. And it comes with a sloping roofline, so if your passenger is really tall, it may be a problem. But then again, he's a passenger. Don't really care. Throw him in the boot. It's a Sportback. He'll live. In fact, you know what? Don't think of this as a 4-door car. Think of this as a coupe with 2 extra doors. And everything will start to make sense. This is a nice place to be in. Speaking of coupe, the styling includes these frameless doors and a very sexy sloping roofline. Like your crush dressed in your favorite cosplay outfit. So, when you open the boot, the rear glass goes up too. Look at this loading space. Once you are done running over that irritating cyclist, if he has a nice bike, you can steal it. In case you're wondering, this color, it's called District Green. And it's going to be very useful in case you forget where you park. Now, I just cannot figure out if it's the car that makes the color look good or the color that makes the car so damn attractive. Look at this. Changes have been made to the bumpers, lights, contours, and the car now looks amazing. I like how it sits really low on 19-inch wheels. And it's not an S5, it's an A5, but it's an S-Line. So you get an S-Line badge. Like when you pose in a chef's uniform because you fried an egg. But I will admit, it does make the car look sportier. There are 2 versions of the A5. The Quattro S-Line, which is this 4-wheel drive, 2-litre turbo, pumping out 249 horses and 370 on torque. And there's the regular front-wheel drive, 2-litre turbo as well, pumping out 150 brake horsepower. Nope, I didn't make a mistake. You heard me right. 150 brake horsepower. Thank God I ended up with this. Whoa, before I forget, there is one thing I need to show you. This car is a mild hybrid. So, ta-da, it comes with a 12-volt lithium-ion battery, besides, of course, the regular battery. And of course, the lithium-ion battery is used to power up all the electronics, give the engine a boost, you get better efficiency. And this car does not come with a starter motor. The engine starts using the alternator. Yes. Now, I don't want to bore you with technical crap, but it's true. Okay, alternator, show me what you can do. Feels the same. But look at this. You get a nice big screen and all these vents, but okay, these vents are unreal. But I can see what they tried to do there. And I know Audis now come with a full digital display for your climate control, but I still think that's one step too far, you know? When you're driving and your muscle memory forces your hand to reach out to where a temperature knob is supposed to be, and guess what? It's there. this works for me. Now, there's a big screen with all the latest tech, all the latest gadget, everything is there. This is going to take very long. I don't have time, so let's move on. I don't know how to sugarcoat this, but the car does not come with wireless charging. Yes, but wires are good. It helps you find your phone, in case it flies out while you are driving. Okay, but really, that doesn't bother me. I'm cool. I'll tell you what does. This screen is touch sensitive and loaded with tech and all that, but they removed the MMI control knob. Instead, you have this hole. It feels like the engineers forgot to put it in, and when the designers were coming to check, they just quickly found the nearest plastic piece, cut it up and shoved it in there, and no one noticed. Yes, I know there's voice command and blah blah blah, but just when this was going well, it feels like as if when you get up 10 minutes before your alarm goes off, and yes, you did complete the full 6 to 7 hours of sleep, but for some reason you just feel robbed. I feel robbed. I want my MMI control knob. And while we're on this side of the fence, let me just very quickly, okay, I wish I got a flat bottom steering for that more sportier feel. And this transmission tunnel is just eating too much into my legroom. I'm better off folding my legs. But besides all of that, solid car. Oh, and yes, sunroof. It'd be better if there was a sunroof. Yeah. But still, solid car. Inside this A5, of course, as you'd expect, it's really comfortable, and you get this Audi Virtual Cockpit Plus. One of the first few things you'll actually notice is the fact that the car sits really, really low. Now, because of this, it's not exactly very comfortable. Like you can see, I'm driving over stripes right now, and I can definitely feel it. But you get very, very good road feel and road feedback, which personally I actually enjoy. I kind of like that low and a little bit stiff feeling. So there are many, in fact, different drive modes. There's efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic, individual. Of course, you can adjust your suspension setting and everything. But in a nutshell, 249 brake horsepower, and yeah, I like. So yes, like I mentioned, it's a mild hybrid. Some interesting things for you to take note of is that if you're cruising between 55 and 130, I think, and you're very light on the throttle, your engine actually dies off. Yes, but you can't really feel it, it's unless you're paying attention to the tachometer, you probably wouldn't even know. Now don't worry, while you're coasting, that 12-volt lithium-ion battery is going to power up all your electronics and your air conditioning and your power steering and all that, so you're good. The only time you can feel the start-stop feature on this vehicle is when you come to a complete stop. And I must add, this car does not have the leading vehicle alert feature, but if there's a car in front of you and it pulls away, the engine fires up, and that kind of, reminds you to get going. This is the four-wheel drive Quattro from Audi, which is of course very, very unique and special. Something interesting about the system is most of the time it's actually on two-wheel drive. Yes, that's of course to help you save on your fuel consumption. The rear wheels, or the drive to the rear wheels, actually kick in only when it senses that it's needed. So overall, the technology of the Quattro system is really, really smart. And speaking of which, see, I've been driving around for quite a while and I'm getting almost 10 kilometers to the liter, which I think is really, really good for a four-wheel drive car. This Quattro Sportback will set you back about 290 Gs. And its handicapped brother will save you about 80,000, weighing in at slightly over 210k. Now, I love my sedans, but after this affair, I'm starting to develop this newfound kink for sportbacks. This A5 is going to change the way you look at the entire genre of cars. I will sum this up for you. This is a very sexy Audi. It's not a status symbol, it's a I make way more money than you symbol. And yes, you will find this in the shit bucket list of every single undersized, shirt-wearing, I have too much gel in my hair insurance agent. Your brain's default setting is to put a douchebag behind the wheel. And I don't blame you. You see, you're never gonna remember the Vios that cut you off. But if it's a dark green Audi, so I get it, don't worry. But douchebag or not, there is no denying this is a masterpiece. That's it from me, Jackie. Again, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next episode.